let's talk about the new GLC Electric that's going to be coming from Mercedes. And first of all, I feel like this is a step in the right direction for Mercedes. And as we know, everything's going to be going electric. They have to do the electric thing. But I feel like this is their way of doing the electric thing the right way, in terms of design at least. Because let's face it, the EQ electric vehicles from Mercedes, yeah, people didn't really like it, and it wasn't because the cars weren't good or anything. It was just the design. I mean, the EQS, the EQB, all the EQ models, they kind of went in a different type of design language for aerodynamics, and let's face it, people hated it. People just did not like it. It didn't really look like what Mercedes should look like. And going that far for aerodynamics wasn't really worth it. And the new GLC, from what it looks like, feels like Mercedes has understood what the customers want, and they're they're giving them what they want. Now the new GLC, honestly, it looks like a GLC, the electric GLC. I mean, now sure, there's some stuff with the grill which I'm not a fan of. The lighting stuff, I feel like it's a bit too much. But I guess I understand why Mercedes is doing that. That they're trying to make people know that this is their EV version. But the overall design, it's a good design. The front looks good. The front looks like a proper Mercedes GLC. Now the back tail lights, I'm not really a fan of that design, but it's okay, I guess. But the front is a big deal. It looks like a proper Mercedes. You feel like it's a Mercedes. And considering what the GLC is, I honestly feel like this could have a huge market. Now think about it. What are the cars that people don't want to be electrified? The cars that people focus on for driving and all that stuff, for handling and all that. But the SUVs, that's not the primary focus of those cars. It's for transport, it's for utility, it's for the space. And if you have a quieter cabin because it's an electric motor rather than internal combustion engine and it's really smooth and all that, I think there's actually an option. There's actually a section of people that would want that, especially with the Mercedes badge. I mean, think about it. This is kind of like a luxury Mercedes at a cheaper price point. I mean, what do you get in the S class? A really refined experience, and electric motor, it's gonna be really refined. You're not gonna notice it. It's not gonna be jerky or anything like that. And it looks like a Mercedes. It has. It looks like it looks good. The interior, well, the interior, I feel like the entire big giant screen is a bit too much. I feel like we're going overboard with screens. And I know manufacturers need to do stuff to make their cars look more modern compared to the competition, but I don't feel like making the entire front end of the car, the interior of the car, a screen is the way to do it. I mean, think about it. It's a giant glass panel that's stretching across the dashboard. And doesn't that kind of ruin the front look of the car? I mean, before you can notice all the stuff, the quality stuff, the leather, the metal parts, and the design. And with the screen, there isn't really anything. There's just a flat screen. Well, a curved screen, but it's a giant screen. Plus the fact that if all these screens are on all the time, won't that just end up pushing extra light into the cabin? Which is okay during the daytime, but at night, I don't know. Won't that be a bit too much? Wouldn't that be a bit too intrusive? I mean, think about it. What's the purpose of a car, even a GLC? It's to take people across long distances comfortably, to take people, to give enough space for the people to travel, to take luggage and all that stuff. And the screens, while there is a lot of utility in them, putting so many screens in there, or a giant screen in there, it feels like a bit too much. And I feel like this might just end up being a trend and it might cut back on it, because screens, we don't really need that many screens to for the car to function properly. We need something in the front, right behind the steering wheel, and we need something in the middle to control all the extra features and stuff. But even those screens, we don't need huge screens or anything. We just want the utility. And this, while it does look really modern and high tech, and considering it's an EV, I get it, but it feels like a bit too much. Now, if there was a big screen in the back, like the 7 Series, that honestly makes more sense to me. I mean, the 7 Series is a luxury sedan where people are going to be chauffeured around most of the time. And for them to have a big screen while they're just sitting in the back makes sense. But in the front, it feels like a bit too much. And yeah, I don't like it, but it is what it is. I feel like it's a trend. And the front lighting at the grill, again, it feels like they're trying a little hard to make them everyone notice that it's an electric vehicle. And that's probably gonna go away too. I'm not a big fan of it, but the design overall, it looks good. It looks like a Mercedes. And I think this car will probably sell really well. So yeah, the new GLC feels like a step in the right direction for Mercedes. And it honestly, to me, feels like a kind of a reboot for Mercedes when it comes to their EVs. I know after the EQ stuff. And this is a good reboot, if it is so. And it's interesting compared to what BMW is doing. It feels like BMW is going in a new direction in terms of design for their EVs. And Mercedes is reverting back to their old design. And I feel like Mercedes is doing the right thing. And BMW, yeah, I'm not so sure. We had to wait and see until the bigger vehicles come out from BMW. But as far as Mercedes goes, if they keep doing this, I think they'll be just fine. And the cars, people are gonna love the cars. So yeah. Oh, plus the fact that this car has, I think it's a claim range of 700 something kilometers. So I'm assuming that we'll get at least 500 plus in real world usage, and that's a good amount. And in terms of miles, I think it's 400 plus something miles, and a usable range of probably a usable range of 300 something. And yeah, that's good enough. So yeah, Mercedes GLC feels like a step in the right direction for Mercedes EVs.